What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Nathan Galan here, aka Nate Motivates, man. We are here with another tutorial, man. This one's special to me. You guys, meet Nate. All right, Nate and Nate. All right, this one's special, man. This guy right here, we go back to when he was in high school. My little brother was in high school, and he has followed me from city to 3 different shops to a whole different city, and here he is coming to me again for a major transformation. Super excited. So what are we looking to get done, man?
I'm ready to cut it off, man. Go ahead and trim the top and give me a high taper and just line up the beard and we'll be good.
All right, dope, man. Hey, real quick, man. So what's this? This is easily, what, 15 years?
Since we know each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
15 plus
15,
years?
at least minimum 15 years.
Minimum at least 15 years. You follow me now to 3 different barbershops, man. I know maybe not the most consistent all the time, but you find your way back in my chair.
I do.
What keeps you coming back, bro?
The relationship. This is my guy. He always been there for me, always looked out for me. So, I mean, you always been there for your boy, so that's what keeping me back more than just a cut.
Major key, don't build clientele, man, build relationships, all right? Relationships last long, all right? So let's get it. All right, guys, first thing first, I got some leave-in conditioner. As you guys can see, my man got some curly hair, all right? So what I wanna make sure is I wanna make it comfortable for him whenever I'm picking his hair out, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna shape this thing first. All right, we're gonna shape it first, knocking down the bulk, a little bit at a time. My motto is I can always cut off more hair. I did instruct my client to wash his hair before he came, which he did, and I appreciate him for that. So if you guys can, educate your clients on how to come to make sure that their hair is prepared in order for them to get the haircut that they're trying to get, all right? So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna go ahead and start picking them out. Notice I'm not going down to the root. You're gonna pull off their scalp, all right? Start at the very tips, start picking it out there, and then work your way towards the root of the hair. Going in with my Tomb45. All right, I have a few sets of these, and the reason why is because I like to put the different babyliss blades on there, all right? This is the 27 tooth. It cuts through bulk a lot more smoother than most blades, all right? Especially in the MIM collection. And as I'm going in, guys, as you guys can see, I'm just targeting the very top. I know, like he's told me in the beginning, how he wanted it. So I'm just looking to knock down bulk. You might be thinking, what am I cutting this down to? I'm cutting it down to where the hair doesn't look light anymore. If you guys look from the side, right? You see all that hair that's hanging out right here? That's the hair that I'm focusing on to get to this point, to where it feels like it's compact again, all right? When it gets to this point, then it's telling me that I need to re-pick the hair out so I can cut some more off.
Yeah, man, trying to get everything together, but I mean, they love him, bro. I think in like May or something like that. So some of those kids are coming in, you know, when it started in January. Last year it was decent, you know what I mean? But overall, like, it was good.
Spray a little bit more conditioner in this bad boy. Then I'm gonna re-pick it out again. But if you notice now, my pick goes a little bit deeper into the hair now because it's less hair that I gotta go through now. Check in with your client throughout a haircut, especially a transformation haircut, so you get a better understanding of what they're looking for. You know what I mean? Some clients come in like, yo, cut off an inch of my hair. Well, your inch and their inch may be different. So if you get a better understanding of what their end goal is, like my client just said, he wants to be able to get up in the morning, throw some leave-in conditioner, and go. And just using my second hand to kind of keep my hand steady so I don't dig too much into his hair. So just keeping my clipper stabilized as I'm going through it. Cool people, man.
I remember he had his own little...
And next you know, we start here in 3 days. In 3 days, I'm like, well, got on there. She don't have. And again, for these type of haircuts, guys, you want to make sure that you set aside the time in order to do this. What I like to tell people all the time, if you're looking to practice on a haircut, or if you're looking to do a transformation haircut, plan that into your schedule, all right? That's practice, you know what I mean? You're going to practice a haircut, whether it's transformation, straight hair, long hair, don't matter. You want to practice, set a time aside to practice. But when it's time to work and you're in the barbershop on shop hours, that's game time. It's time to play ball, right? So you don't want to do that to yourself. Set yourself up for success. All right, guys, finally got it down to the desired length. All right, as you guys can see, this is the length that he wants because he understands that his hair is going to shrink. All right, so now that we got the actual shape down pat, now let's get to the fading. All right, guys, first things first, for my high taper, I'm gonna start at the top of the ear. So my motto is with my tapers, if I use the top of the ear as my reference point, if I wanna do a mid taper, I'll go straight across. If I wanna do a low taper, I'll come straight down. If I wanna do a high taper, I start at the top of the ear to the bottom of the sidebar. I like to do like more of like a half a moon so I can create like the sidebar still have some type of hair there. Going in with my Tomb45 trimmers, the best trimmers in the market. All right, I'm gonna take my shaver a little, just right almost to the line, but not all the way up to the line. I don't want to create another harsh guideline. All right, so I'm gonna go no guard all the way open for my first guideline. Since I already have it all the way open, I'm gonna go ahead and start fading the top of the beard out as well. I'm gonna drop it halfway, come right underneath there, attacking that that line again. I like getting my initial guideline out right away. Then just to be safe, I like to drop it down 1 notch before. If you're more advanced, drop it all the way down. If you're just starting trying the system, drop it 1 notch below, all the way close. And then you can close it one more time. I'm gonna freehand it first, and then I'm gonna come with a guard to make sure, because what we wanna end up doing, he wants this connected eventually. And all I'm doing is putting my clipper on his head and coming right off the shape of his head, just to take off that little lip or ridge that he has. Because we gotta let that hair grow in a little bit. But now it doesn't look so disconnected. I'm actually gonna start with my foreguard, attacking that ridge. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come up and come off the hair to start that little blend. As you guys can see, it's killing that lip right there. I'm not digging into his hair. I'm coming off right off the shape of his hair, doing my best to connect that. All right, coming right back in with my 2. I wanted the 4 to soften it up. The 2's gonna come right underneath. After I go with the 2 all the way closed, all the way open, I'm gonna come all the way close with it. Next up, coming in with my 1.5 guard. All right, we're gonna drop it halfway.
Cutting hair, bro, in the last 4-5 years.
Man, it's been nuts, brother. It's been stupid nuts, man.
I ain't gonna lie.
It is crazy what God has done. I'm not going with the 1 guard.
Your wife still be doing pretty good with real estate?
Oh yeah, she just signed to a luxury firm. So she just did an open house at a 3.3 mil the other day. Dropping it down to the middle. And then all the way close. All right, going in with my 0.5 guard, halfway. And I knock out that light guideline right there. Gonna knock out that last guideline right there. My Tomb45, 24 tooth MIM blade. All right, all the way open, using my corners. And this is what I'm able to control the gradients of my fade. The moment I started using my corners of my clipper is the moment I was able to control the height of my fades. All right, so what I like to do is start all the way open, drop it down halfway. As you guys can see, he needs a lineup behind here real quick, right? So what I like to do is go ahead and just knock out that simple lineup that I need. Not getting too cosmetic. Don't be that barber, man, that turn the lineup behind the ear into McDonald's sign. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and make my sidebar for the back of his neck. Top of the ear, top of the sidebar, gonna come up, initial guideline. Come underneath that, the shaver. All right, so yes, I could go like this, but if I'm looking to be more efficient, I'm gonna attack it the opposite way the hair grows. Got it halfway, drop it down 1 level before it closes, hit that, and then I'm gonna close all the way. And by doing open, middle, almost close to close, you should easily take out your ball line. Going in with my foreguard all the way open, I'm gonna go ahead and attack this ridge to soften it up a little bit, give it a little bit more smoother transition. Again, not digging into the afro, all right, but making it soft so it can be a smoother transition to what he already has right now. More like a little scoop in and scoop out motion. One guard, all the way open. 0.5 guard, halfway. Line becoming fainter and fainter, as you guys can see. All right, guys, got my trimmer coming in. Point finger down, folding his ear down. Natural lineup around the ear. Now we're gonna do the back taper. All right, same kind of idea I do the sides with. All right, like to start at one end. I'm gonna freehand that just to soften it up as much as I can. But he understands that he's gonna have to grow this hair to grow back into that. All right, now first guideline going in. Drop it to the middle. Foreguard, coming off the ridge. Again, not trying to cut into his hair. Just trying to soften that up just a little bit. 2 guard all the way over.
Me and Bradley was there. He was standing with me. It was crazy that happened. Like I was just like, he was like, nah. He's like, I don't see nothing. So he go upstairs, ain't nothing in. I go out and ask him to get them. They're gonna take to get it back. Because you know it's in the store.
That's crazy. My brother just had to save up like 4 racks just for the hospital part of things. Silas did.
Like my whole
situation.
I'm like my hard work is burning. Like it ain't been the smoothest. I'll tell you that.
You guys gonna go ahead and do the front lineup real quick. As you guys can see, he already had it like kind of Jason Tatum down already. All right, so I'm just gonna continue that right there. If you guys notice, he's a little lighter on one side than the other. That's always been the case. This is why we do the high taper. All right, one thing I do remember about his haircut. All right, so what I like to do when I come line someone up, I like to start in the middle, work to a side. Start from the middle, work to a side. All right, I like to establish my sidebars and do that step there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put my first sidebar in. All right, I like to use the eyebrows as a reference point. Shout out to my boy Bean for giving me that nugget. If I was to take this line straight down, you guys can see I'll be right at the end of his eyebrow. If I was to take this line straight down, eyebrow. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna start at the middle, work from side to side.
I heard that he went to the black tie one.
Yes, sir. But that was amazing, man.
Griffin and went to that, and he said it was crazy.
Again, nothing too aggressive. He don't normally like doing color, but he looked out for me for the sake of the video. All right. All right, guys, putting shave gel on now. Of course, the best, Tomb45 shave gel with vitamin E and aloe vera on it, soothing the skin, giving your client that nice refreshing feel while giving you a nice clean surface and smooth surface to do your lineup. I like using a comb when I'm doing my lineup, and I also like to stretch the skin. Why is that? Because if you get backed up shave gel, okay, and you have a comb, it allows you to take off the excess hair or gunk that you just created with the shave gel. All right, now I'm going in for the beard. I like putting a line at the bottom, and then I like to just connecting them in between. My client actually brought his own product in. I'm gonna try it out, some Fenty. He feeling like a baddie. We'll see, that's already curling it up. All right, brother.
Very good. Good. It was better on split product, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Good.
Yeah, shrinkers. Come on, man, what you thought this was, though? Nah, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Good new little look, little refresh, little reset.
Yes, sir, definitely need it.
Yes, sir, appreciate you, doc. All right, YouTube, there goes another banger for you, man. I hope you guys like what you saw. If you did, man, make sure you hit the like button, man. Hit that subscribe button. More importantly, man, share with your friends and family, man. I'll see you on the next one.